Nintendo held their nowadays sometimes annual June Direct presentation today. It was a fantastic show. There were a ton of first-party announcements, people going nuts over Mario RPG, and most importantly, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The first brand new 2D Mario game in over 10 years, and the first one without the new branding since 2006. For once, it was fresh. That extended to the level design, visual style, the gimmicks, and weirdly, the voice acting. Not long after the reveal, people started to notice that Mario's voice sounded odd, particularly this one line from the Japanese trailer. Wonderful! His wahoos and ha-has sounded a lot more jolly and energetic. Did Nintendo just ask Charles Martinet to give Mario a more energetic voice? Was Mario just hitting puberty? What was going on here? It all sparked a new topic of conversation. Does Mario have a new voice actor replacing Charles Martinet? Me personally, I didn't think so. If Nintendo's taking the 2D Mario games in a new direction, it makes sense they would record some new sound bites. They've been using the same ones for what, 15, 20 years? Yeah, that's probably it. What caught my and several others' ears, though, was how Wario sounded in the trailer for WarioWare Move It, revealed in the same direct. Excellent! Still, that was just one or two lines. It's probably just some new takes. Yeah, that's it. Nintendo plopped Charles Martinet in the sound booth for another few script reads. Over 30 years after making his debut as Mario in not Super Mario 64 but Super Mario Bros. Pinball, which Nintendo refuses to acknowledge, Charles Martinet would be stepping down from his roles as Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. He would still be attending conventions as a so-called Mario ambassador, but Super Mario Bros. Wonder would be the first game in the Mario series to not feature him as Mario. I think I speak for everyone when I say I deeply respect Charles Martinet and his work. He's voiced millions of memories of all ages, and just overall did a fantastic job in all of his roles, and this sentiment was shared in the response to the announcement of his retiring. I think it was a reasonable time for a VA update. I mean, Martinet is 68 years old, he's only going to be able to do these voices for so long. But hey, at least he's not going away entirely. And this new voice of Mario, it sounds really good. I was very optimistic. However, Nintendo being Nintendo wouldn't comment on just who Mario's new voice actor was. We would have to wait until the credits of Super Mario Bros. Wonder to discover whoever the new voice actor of Mario was. Whoops. A bit over a week before the release of Wonder, the demo version of the game that was used at events and in stores was leaked, and it contained the names to be used in the credits. Through process of elimination, data miners were able to narrow down the names to who could possibly be the new Mario and Luigi. The leading room for who the new voice of Mario and Luigi was Mick Wingert, the voice of Tony Stark in a lot of Marvel adaptations, several other games including Nintendo, and most famously, additional voices in Pickle and Peanut. It had to be him. I mean, looking at the list, it was the only possible option, Yeah, Wingert's agent themselves said that they couldn't confirm nor deny that he was in Mario Wonder or not, but they could say that he wasn't Mario. Well, back to square one. Actually, wait, we have a list of the voice actors and we've already determined who's playing the majority of the cast. Back to square 3 of 4. The only other unknown male voice actor on the list was Kevin Afghani, but it seemed unlikely he would be the voice of Mario and Luigi. Most people were convinced he was the voice of those talking flowers. Oh. Okay. Kevin Afghani is officially the new voice of Mario and Luigi. Already a clear Nintendo fan prior to his role, he'd also done previous voice work for Nintendo through commercials. A fresh, young voice for Mario seemed right, and from what we've heard, he could do a fantastic imitation of Martinet's work. The reception of the announcement was generally pretty positive, and people were supportive of Afghani. Now, of course, people are people. I saw several people bitching about Kevin Afghani as Mario because he's only had like 6 roles. Really? This is the best Nintendo could do? Shut your mouth. Do I really need to explain that the number of voice credits a fairly new voice actor has is not necessarily an indicator of their talent? What, do you want them to get some big celebrity voice actor to voice Mario?
It's me, a Mario.
You know how many roles Charles Martinet had before Mario? 6. Sound familiar? Oh, but Mario wasn't as big back then. They needed to get a more prolific voice actor to shut up. I would argue Mario was just as, if not more, synonymous with the term video game in the 90s. There wasn't much real competition besides Sonic back then. How can we expect young voice actors to flourish if we don't let big companies give them a chance with bigger roles? So welcome, Kevin Afghani. I can tell that after hearing the rest of your voice lines in Mario Wonder that you're going to be a fantastic Mario voice actor for years to come. WarioWare Move It is here. Let's not forget that Afghani isn't only the voice of Mario and Luigi now, but also Wario. So it wasn't my ears deceiving me when I thought Wario sounded off in the trailer. The difference between Mario and Luigi's voice lines in their games and Wario's voice lines in WarioWare is the amount of actual speech. Mario and Luigi don't really speak much, they just kind of give, waha, wahoo, wahaha, wah. Wario, on the other hand, in WarioWare speaks in full sentences through the cutscenes. Also, sorry, this isn't related to Charles Martinet or Kevin Afghani, but I just want to rant about this for a second. The voice acting in WarioWare Get It Together, the entry before Move It, was so damn disappointing. We came off of the high of WarioWare Gold on the 3DS, which featured these fantastic 2-minute long animated cutscenes with full voice acting for the first time in the series, to these crappy 30-second long cutscenes in which, for some inexplicable reason, the characters will sometimes speak a full sentence which matches the subtitles, and, more often, say like a single word of what's said in the subtitles.
Yo, hurry up and show us!
Yes!
Why did they do this? This is stupid. I hate this. Thankfully, Move It rectifies this and brings back the fully voiced and longer cutscenes from Gold. Okay, back to the main topic. Wario sounds alright here. It's definitely more different than what Martinet sounded like in Gold, but it's still not horrible. It's close enough that I think the majority of people wouldn't notice a difference. But just because this is a WarioWare game doesn't mean we don't see any Mario in it. WarioWare famously features a lot of Nintendo-themed microgames based off Nintendo-developed games, with some really obscure picks. One of the ones featured in Move It is based off of Super Mario 64 DS, and rather than keeping Martinet's voice work from the original, Nintendo chose to have Kevin Afghani record some new lines for Mario. He sounded great in Wonder. I'm really excited to hear it. Let's give it a listen. Ooh. That wah line sounds like Mario if you squint your ears, but comparing it to the original line, there is a stark difference. I still think Kevin Afghani is a good Mario, but there's definitely work to be done here. It's Mario Day. March is often shortened to just Mar, M-A-R. Combined with the number 10, it looks like it says, Mario. To celebrate the day, Nintendo usually does something Mario related. For 2024, they released a video announcing that a sequel to the Mario movie was in development, as well as release dates for the Luigi's Mansion 2 remaster and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake. And the video opened with a new voice line from Afghani, his take on a classic Mario line. Oh, yeah, Mario time.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Ooh. Okay. I think there's a bit of an issue here. While it was clear Afghani was skilled at certain lines for Mario, others definitely needed improvement. I think at this point the general consensus was that Afghani was really good in Wonder, decent as Wario in Move It, as Mario in Move It, and pubic in the Mario Day video. I, alongside most others I assume, wasn't losing hope. This has only been the voice of Mario for less than a year. As time goes on, Afghani will become more skilled in his roles and further match Martinet's work. We would then go a solid 3 months without any new lines from Afghani. In February, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake came out, but that just used older voice lines from Martinet, and the same can be said for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Almost a year has passed since the first time we heard Kevin Afghani as Mario, and just like last year, Nintendo held a June Direct presentation. This was a fantastic show. A new Mario Party, Metroid Prime 4, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and the cold open of the Direct, Mario and Luigi Brothership. The first brand new entry in the Mario and Luigi RPG series in almost a decade. Our first glance at the game was a cutscene featuring Mario and Luigi voiced by none other than Mr. Kevin Zachary Afghani. And this is when I realized something. Kevin, can I call him Kevin, does a really good Luigi.
Huh?
Straight, this sounds exactly like Charles Martinet. And you know what? From what we hear of Mario in this trailer, which admittedly isn't a ton, his voice for Mario is improved.
Luigi! Yeah.
Like in Wonder, it's different, but not in a bad way. It's energetic, but still sounds distinctly Mario. I'm very much looking forward to hearing the rest of the lines in this game, because they sound great. Good on you, Kevin. As noted by some fans online, Super Mario Party Jamboree will be the first time we hear Afghani's Waluigi voice. My hopes are fairly high. From what we've heard of Mario, Luigi, and Wario, Afghani can clearly provide good voices for these characters, even though there are ups and downs. Psych. That's what they want you to think, but I've just been given clearance to publicly announce that I've been cast as the role of Waluigi in Super Mario Party Jamboree. Waluigi's on Team Carl's Jr., you Kentucky Fried Failures. I was not paid.